Right, so now I'm going to make the intro. So I'm going to move the melody over a bit, and then for the intro I always start with just kicks. I just get the kick, then just chop it quite short, then just repeat it for 16 bars. The reason why I do that is because it allows the DJ to mix in the track, and also because pretty much every track starts like that. Like, I don't know why Speedcore tracks don't do that, but I just do it as a habit because I make hardstyle. You can also add some variation like that, but don't go too crazy with kick rolls at the moment. There we go. Very easy, video over, done. Just kidding. Now I'm going to get crash. I usually end up using the same crash over and over again, I don't know why. Like, this crash is in pretty much every track that I've made, because I don't know, it's just my favourite crash. And for crash you don't really need to do much. Like, just an EQ will do. Done. Then snare. This one. Actually, no, not that one, because it's on G and we're on E and I can't be bothered to go around pitching things. There are no E snares in here, that is unfortunate. But no need to worry, because there'll be an E snare somewhere in here, because I have too many samples. Actually, to be honest, who really cares if it's not an E snare, but I want to find an E snare. Okay, it's not an E snare, but there you go, this is good enough. Now I usually end up having like 2 or 3 snares in my projects, but I always just end up calling them snare for some reason, I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Everything's a snare, like this is a snare now. I don't know what I just did. But yeah, this is a snare now, and this is a snare now, just everything's a snare now. Snare everywhere. Could be a new track. Anyway, route those 2 drums to a drum bus. Like, you should already know this, like, buses are everything. Some people call them sends because, you know, they're weird, they don't like public transport, don't know what's up with that. But yeah, there you go. Bus, send, same thing. And then just gonna make a nice snare roll. Snare's getting faster, snare's getting faster, snare's getting even faster, and then there we go. That's a pretty hard snare, not gonna lie. Just turn that volume down. Then what I like to do is put the pitch to like 7 or 8, then select that snare build up, automate the pitch, like that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now to make the actual intro, not this DJ transition intro. This is probably the part of the video that you're actually here for, and we're going to need a piano for that, and luckily I already have one loaded for some reason. So just colour that and name it, and now I can just start trying to make a piano melody for the intro. So usually I like to just listen to the main melody first. That's not the main melody. There we go, that is. Such accuracy, I'm very good at piano, definitely. Yeah, ending on the second note instead of the root note, that makes some nice tension, and I think that will be a pretty good way to go. So now to just put that in, and because I am unskilled at piano, I'm going to do it manually. Okay, I don't know why, but the alignment of the notes here is just messing with my brain. Like, my brain says this shouldn't fit to the thing, but it does for some reason. Oh, but it's fitting to... Okay, this is an unideal situation because it's 12 beats long, no, 12 bars long instead of 16, and you want 16 because everything in music goes in 4s, 8s, and 16s. So, well, first I need to check it sounds right. But I haven't even made the second bit yet. Oh, the problem is that this note was too short, so, yeah. But yeah, second note, tension. Tension, good, because tension means that you're going to anticipate a release, and for some reason that makes your brain think that it's a good melody. Don't know why, that's just how it works. So, I'm going to stick that right there. And then, melody, melody. You want two. This one will be playing at full volume, this one will be filtered. The reason why the second one's filtered is because you're going to have snares. Snares will be taking up all the space, and by filtering it makes it build up. Because this bit here is going to be the build up. And this one just plays normally to like show you, like, here's the melody, demo version. Purchase the free trial by listening to the build up, and then boom. Although, because this is the first melody, I mean the first drop, don't want all of that crazy zoomy zippy stuff. So to get rid of the zoomy zippy stuff, I'll just have to copy everything and then make the kicks, but without all the zoomy zippy. So like it's just kicks that go da 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 da, which is more boring, but that's how first drops go. They're always more boring than the last one, because lol, you've got to listen to the whole track, bro. Unless you're one of those scumbags who skips through tracks. Which I am definitely not one of those. Definitely. My small brain now forgetting how it goes, which is always a great start. I think the second part's the same. No, it's not. It's literally the same, just with the 2 in the middle reversed. Which is very simple. There we go. Wow, amazing. Ah, yes. As you can see, this is just the top tier of the lyrics pro producing skill moment right there. Just to check it's the right speed. I don't know, I'd say that's fast enough. And then, boom, 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 epic drop 1, definitely. Wow, amazing. I don't know what I'm doing today. And then, you are allowed a tiny bit of variation, but only a tiny bit, because first drop, lol. Oh, I just deleted the melody. You don't want to do that. Don't delete the melody. You want the melody there, because melodic speedcore. Okay, time to actually make the piano not sound like garbage. So, first things first, let's first make it not sound like a robot's playing it, because robot bad for some reason. Even though, you know, EDM, this is basically just robot. But no robot bad. randomize. Now no more robot, even though this is being done by a robot. This is the logic of the human mind. It just doesn't work properly. Anyway, scale everything down because you don't want to be smashing them keys. Smashing keys is bad, could break your piano, and could break your ears as well. So no key smashing, turn that velocity down. Now because you're not smashing the keys anymore, you can barely hear them. So to fix that, compress it. For some reason, this is not the same as just having the keys being smashed in the first place. By unsmashing and then re-smashing the keys, it sounds better because logic. And also because actually the piano makes a different sound when there's higher or lower velocity, but you know, logic. Next, EQ, take out all of that bass because if you're using a piano to play bass, then I don't know what you're doing. Actually, let's use a piano to play bass, because actually it's going to work. Then going to end that on the second note again, because second note is spooky. And by second note, I mean second note of the scale. Boom. So yeah, you can use a piano to play bass, but that doesn't mean I can't cut out the sub bass, because no one uses pianos for sub bass. But yeah, make sure you adjust your EQ so that you don't cut out that bass. The bass of the piano is now suddenly important because I said so. Next, reverb. Just kidding, delay. Not too much though. Lyra as usual, because Lyra is best girl. If you don't use Lyra setting, then you are a loser, because you are admitting that Lyra is not the best girl, which is a disgusting thing to do. Because Lyra is best girl and will always be best girl, because she is. Because she is. Like, there's no other reason needed, she just is. Okay, now we're getting onto the reverb. Like, the actual reverb. Like, not the delay, like, the reverb. Yeah, pretty simple. Because it's the intro, not much stuff playing, so you can turn up the reverb a bit higher if you want. Lol. I don't know why I said lol there, that was a completely unnecessary lol. Lol. Now compression, actually no, let's not have that compression. Let's have this compression, because this compression is called OTT, and everyone uses it. But not too much highs, because pianos. So turn that down. And now I decided, need more reverb. Just kidding, we need more delay. I don't know why I keep saying reverb. Now tweak these other knobs. No one knows what they do, just tweak them until it sounds good. And there we go. Now, if you really want to, you can have a bar of nothing, and if you really want to, you can even put some edgy, creepy, dark voice in, but like only losers do that, so don't do it, unless you're a creepy, edgy loser. I'm definitely not guilty of that, you know, definitely. Don't look back, it's all gone. Anyway, more crashes, because you got to have a crash every 8 bars. It's kind of a rule, unless it's these 8 bars. Basically, if you're changing something, crash, because the listener doesn't know something's changed unless there's a crash there. So, you know, you've got to really notify them, like, crash. Like, you know, crash. Okay, for some reason the melody has decided that it shall not be a line, but we can just fix that by pressing shift, which tells it in a very loud voice with a megaphone or something, get back in line. Like in a Gordon Ramsay voice as well. So yeah, now it's back in line and, you know, everything's good. Now, a piano by itself doesn't really sound like much. Like, this is boring. Need something more. And what better to add on than a pad? Because unlike all the other instruments, they don't want to be in the center. They don't want to take up space. They just want to chill in the background doing nothing for most of the track. Except that if you listen really, really closely, you'll be like, oh, there's a pad there. But only if you listen really, really closely. And that's the beauty of pads. They just, like, you spend hours making them and then realize, oh, no one can hear this. So, to avoid wasting time, you don't want to spend too long on pads because no one hears them. Just kidding. You actually do want to put some effort into pads, but as I said, not too much. So, simple sound, very simple. Saw wave, square wave, detune, 8-ish voices, 4-ish voices for the other one. You can really go any amount of voices as long as it's like above 5, and for this one, above 1. Then, gotta low pass all of that, otherwise it'll sound like a chord and like, bruh, don't want chords in this bit. Chords are not chill, pads are chill. Pads. Actually, this pad's kind of trash, so I'm gonna switch out the square. Let's get a saw, but a different saw. That's still kind of trash. If your pad sounds kind of trash, add more voices and increase. Wait, what? Increase the detune, not the blend. I don't know why I was touching the blend there. Now that pad's a little bit better than it was before. No, one with high unison, the other one with low unison. Or at least lower unison. Not necessarily low as in low. Like lower. Low pass as well, you know. Just all the low, but not low end. Don't want low end in pads. That kind of muddies everything up. But then attack, release. Otherwise the pad will become too sudden, and sudden things scare people. So we're going to make a nice little pattern, because FL Studio loves patterns, and a nice red pattern because got to get them colors, bro. And now we make a chord. Just steal this actually. It's just E, F sharp, G, A, F. And then this one is E, F sharp, G, and then E. So I guess we could copy the melody and then, because they're basically the same, use it for both. Because I'm lazy. And also because it doesn't really matter. It's a bit too low. Nice. Now, the bottom note of your chord, or in this case pad, is called the root note, and I do them in blue because blue for bass. So there we go, number 1. Also going to put the velocity back at, I don't know, 69, there we go. Good enough. I don't actually know what the default is. Maybe it is 69, who knows. So, E. Wow, and now that is done. Just kidding, we need to add more layers. So, think of chords. Stacking 3 notes on top of each other. That's what we're going to do here. Boom, boom, stacked. Can even go crazy and put the middle one 1 octave up. I'll do that after I've put all the notes in. Also, be wary, in this scale, which is the harmonic scale, you see this massive gap here. But if you put the notes on the greys, you'll see this sounds like garbage. So to fix that, just move the top one down 1. Nice. Anyway, carry on filling in. Gonna do that, do that, do that. Do that, and do that. And now I'll do what I said I would earlier and move all of the middle notes up 1 octave like that. Then boom. Now decided want a bit more attack. Just a tiny bit. And now, link that. Now, I'm going to make another pad. This pad is going to be almost the same. So I don't know why I'm making another one, but I am. Because I always have 2. Because 2 is better than 1. And L and J are not the best characters in the game. So, this time, square wave. You always got to have at least 1 square because squares are cool. Just kidding, do what you want. But I like squares. You can even have resonance, which makes your pad have a different texture. Whoa. And with this different texture, you can make different sounds, which is why I added a second one, even though they still basically sound the same. Wow. Actually, you know what? Let's make this chord progression even more interesting by adding the 7th bonus notes in pink, because they are bonus, and pink is a bonus. And here, by adding that in, sounded a bit more spicy. What is the 7th? Well, it's the 7th note of the scale. And if you're in the harmonic minor, you put it on the grey one, because harmonic is illogical, and you know, these 2 notes together sound garbage. So don't do that. Do this. It doesn't actually make any sense to just put pink notes wherever you think they sound nice. But yeah, 7th note of the scale, I guess. That's not the 7th. That was the... I don't even know. As you can see, it sounds kind of spicy. Actually, is this even the 7th? No, it's not. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the 7th. And you see that sounded a tiny bit better than earlier because, you know, I used the real 7th. Boom. Now I can copy that over to the other one. Now you may be thinking, if pads are in the background, why are they so loud here? Well, the answer is because I haven't processed them yet. So that's what we're going to do now. Again, bus, because public transport is more environmentally friendly than riding your car. Stick that on the right, because buses go on the right lane. This is the bus lane. EQs. Now, Which one is the high one? Well, let's find out. This one is the high one, so I will EQ more highs into this one. I also forgot which EQ goes with which. There we go. Now the other one. This one will have more lows. There we go. Now together. That sounds a tiny bit better. And now, because I process pads everything together pretty much, I can do it on the bus. That sentence made literally no sense. Reverb. Pads need reverb. Lots of reverb. That's what makes them in the background. There we go. And now an imager. This will make more stereo. And stereo makes it even more in the background. And now we can make it even more in the background by using a balance to turn the volume down. Why? Because doing it here is for later. This slider is like, we save it for dessert. There we go. Don't compress pads, because compression puts them more in the front, and we don't want them in the front. So as you can see, that sounds a bit better with the melody. But with the piano, it does not sound so good. So what I need to do is stretch it. Get that all nice and stretchy. And now it should fit. Just gonna copy that over to the other one. That still sounds weird. So to fix that, I'll just delete it and make a completely new one. Using these. There we go, that should sound a bit better. And now I decided, actually that's a bit too much attack, so let's turn the attack down. There we go. So I think the pads might be a tiny bit too loud, so I just turn them down here. Then, to finish the intro, I'm going to get another EQ, put it between the OTT and the Camel Crusher. That's going to be a low pass. Automate that upwards during the snares. There we go. And to make sure you don't have something stupid going on, what I'll actually do is I'll make the automation longer and do that and make it so this goes down here, because that way it will fade in nicely, and fading in nicely is good. There we go. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do for now. Adios, amigos.